stressed out, unmotivated, and defeated. Unfortunately, in this new world of working insanely hard, putting in your hours, and getting nothing for it other than 40-year highs of inflation, this is how most people feel right now. And it seems like something has to give soon. And I've got the answers because I've done it. In today's video, I'm going to dive into a topic that's kind of mysterious to a lot of people, but if you just understand a few things and get a few things right, it's going to be incredibly lucrative. In this video, I'm going to peel back the layers of understanding the real estate market to uncover certain strategies, the mindset needed, and little known secrets about money that most people just don't understand. So whether you're a seasoned investor or you're just starting out, this video is going to break down everything you need to know from someone who's bought 150 properties with none of my own money, and I'm a multimillionaire and now financially free. So if you're ready to also become a real estate investing savage, you gotta do one thing for me, and that is absolutely obliterate the like button and subscribe to get all of these daily videos. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. Now, the first thing that good, savvy investors understand is using partnerships. This is a mistake amateurs make all the time, thinking that they can do it all on their own. Now, this is probably the biggest mistake I ever did with my own business, was thinking I can do it all on my own. I mean, I'm super introverted. I like to do things my way. I also dive deep into topics. So at the time when I started off, I was already a full carpenter with my own business, renovating properties for investors. Dude, I know everything. Or at least I thought I did. I know how to do flooring. I know how to run cash flow on properties. I was just getting my realtor's license at that point. So I was like, dude, I know everything from A to Z on how to buy properties. Leave me alone. But here's the thing. I bought 2 properties when I was 22 years old with all the money I had, and that was it. And then I went on for about 2-3 years thinking I was a real estate investor. I was going to the conferences, I was speaking to realtors, I was making connections, but I couldn't buy shit. I pretended I could, but in reality, I was just wasting everybody's time, which is a terrible thing to think about. But that's just what amateurs do. They think they're moving ahead, but they're actually not. And I used to keep going to these conferences, and everybody on stage kept saying, you gotta get JVs, you gotta get money partners. It's the only way to scale and to grow your business. So eventually, after like 2 or 3 years of buying nothing, I had a serious talk with myself, and I said, dude, maybe these presenters are onto something. Maybe this JV thing is the way to go. Now, I'll talk about this more in a bit, but how I really got all my partnerships was by making videos and videos and videos. That's all I did in my early 20s, was make videos here on YouTube. You can even go back to them and see how cringy they were. But I've been on here for 13 years, I think it is, making free content. But what that did is get me so many partnerships. And again, I'll break that down in a bit. But the only way I grew my business truly was by listening to all of these gurus about partnerships. See, here's the thing. When you're trying to buy something on your own and you got no money, you own 100% of nothing. I don't want to partner with someone. I want to keep the whole deal myself. Dude, you ain't buying nothing. You got 100% of nothing. See, but by getting partners, by you being the expert and knowing how to do this, and most people don't know how to do that. So if you can become really good at understanding real estate and being an expert, people will want to partner with you, and they bring their money and they qualify for the mortgage with their credit. So now you own 50% of something, and you didn't put any of the money in. You just understand how to work the deal and you make it happen. Do that 4 times, 10 times, 50 times. In my case, 150 times. You're going to make a shit ton of money that you wouldn't have made if you were just your stubborn self and said, I'm just going to save up for my next property. I'll refinance property A to pay for property B. Dude, you're buying like maybe 1 property a year. I'm buying like 24 to 50. What are you doing? But I guess you own 100% of that one. I own 50% of the 50 I just bought this year. Who do you think's getting farther ahead, me or you? Now, the second thing you want to do to become a real expert is to specialize in a niche and one city and own it. See, this is the mistake so many amateurs do at the beginning. They got the blinders on, everything looks good, and they're just totally enthralled with real estate investing. I'm going to buy over here. I'm going to do Airbnbs in Austin, Texas. I'm going to go buy properties in Florida. I'm going to go buy properties over... Dude, what are you doing? You're not there yet. You're just an amateur. You got to focus on one thing and in one area first, build a solid foundation, and then you can grow, which is exactly what I did. In my local city of Kitchener-Waterloo, 1 hour south of Toronto, that's where I played and I stayed for like the first 5-7 years before I even did another strategy still in my city. See, I did only single family rental properties in this one town, Kitchener-Waterloo. I didn't do nothing else. I had so many friends and realtors and other investors I was hanging out with saying, you got to buy this student property deal in this town only 20 minutes away from you. Trust me, it cash flows like crazy. Nope, I only buy single-family properties in this one town. Matt, you got to check out this multifamily building 1 hour away from your city. It's amazing. It cash flows. Nope. I only do single-family properties in this one area and specifically in these types of neighborhoods that I really like. See, what that does is you know everything. You know what these properties sell for, what they rent for, how much renovations it's going to take to get it to that after repair value. You know everything about everything. And when you do my next point I'm going to be talking about and put that together, it's an unstoppable force. See, I bought about 20 to 30 properties, I think minimum, in this one town before I even considered buying multifamily properties in that same town, and especially before I started flipping in other cities. I bought like 30 properties before I even did that. Now, this next point is super important and goes with everything I just said, and that is building your branding and marketing. See, this is something that most people just don't understand, and especially real estate investors in the real estate industry. They just think that the only way to grow your business is to go to conferences, listen to some dude ramble on about probably some bullshit, which is often the case, and then meet people in the hallway, and that's where the money's made. You probably heard that saying before. The money is in the hallways at the conferences. And it's true. That's where the big boys hang out. That's where you make the real connections. But if you think you're going to get partnerships from other broke investors trying to find money, and you're trying to find money together, but you both got no money, you ain't doing nothing. And I say broke investors, even for the savvy investors, even for myself. Because as a smart investor, we're putting all of our money to work. Private lending, buying Airbnbs, buying rental properties, and we're using other people's money. So our money's tapped out. So even though I'm a savvy investor with a 150 property portfolio, I'm broke. I'm always looking for other people's money because that's how we do it. That's how it works. I don't use my money. I use other people's money, and I help both of us grow. That's how real investors do it. But going back to the branding and marketing, there's the one way of going to all these conferences and trying to convince a bunch of nobodies to invest with you. The real way to do it is to do videos and online social media marketing. Why? Why would I spend hours of my time going to a conference and speaking to 7 people probably who are kind of qualified when I can just spend all those hours, throw out a ton of videos on YouTube talking about my niche, talking about my city, talking about the strategies I'm doing, showing the before and afters on projects I've done or I'm currently doing. And those videos work for me 24/7. Right now, people are watching a ton of my videos while I'm filming this, adding more videos to the pile. People are learning about me. They're learning about my business, going, maybe I should partner with Matt. There's no way I could do what he does on my own. I got kids, I got a family, I got ballet at 6 p.m. There's no way I could do all that. But Matt's got it all figured out. He's got the team, he's got the employees. That's exactly what happens. I get daily messages from people literally saying, I was going to do this on my own. I wanted to do this on my own, but I just can't. How do I partner with you? Because here's the thing. The reality is 90% or more of people who are going to conferences and you're talking to about real estate investing, they're not going to do nothing on their own. They don't know it yet, but they will. And after being a carpenter and working with investors, being a real estate agent, specializing with investors, being a coach on here now on social media and working with so many people, having done so many partnerships, I can tell you with a fact that most people in those conferences are never going to do it on their own, let alone the average Joe Blow working as a plumber. That dude's never doing it on his own. They know that eventually. So when they watch your videos and see you on Instagram and YouTube doing all these cool things, talking about your niche with confidence and with respect and strategies, they're just going to be like, screw it. I don't have time for this. I'm going to invest with Sarah. I'm going to invest with Joey. They got it all figured out. How do I get in? And that's how you truly grow your business. Now, if you want to figure out exactly what I do on a daily basis, how do I do this? What do I post? What do I say exactly in the videos that turns people from a prospect to a partnership? Check out my course in the description, Unlimited Cash. you're going to want to get that. It explains everything you need to know about how to market yourself on social media, and you also get lifetime access to my Insiders Club, which is where we meet monthly on Zoom, and you can ask me any questions you want, listen to other people ask questions. It's an amazing group. You'll learn a ton, and most importantly, I'll be challenging you, dude, one-on-one. I'll be telling you, what are you doing, Sarah? You're not doing the work. You're not doing this. You're not doing that, and I'll actually help you progress. It's a small fee for what you're going to get. Check out Unlimited Cash in that course. Now, the next mistake so many amateurs do that don't understand for what it takes to become a millionaire in real estate is not focusing on active income streams at a certain point. At the beginning, it's always easier to focus on that passive income, which means long-term rental properties. That's fantastic. That's where you make a lot of wealth, that is for sure. But what you'll find is you ain't retiring off of a few single-family properties, that is for sure. You would need like hundreds of single-family properties to truly retire and live off of the cash flow. That's something you'll figure out soon. But what you can really do to quit your job, which is probably what you want to do, and be full-time in real estate, you need an active stream of income that makes a lot of money and quickly. Such things as wholesaling, flipping properties, doing Airbnbs, being a realtor, being a mortgage broker. These are things that you can do full-time in real estate to make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month relatively quickly so that you can quit your shitty corporate job or your job working as a plumber, slaving all day in construction. And now you can focus full-time in real estate, whether it's helping your clients or doing some flips while you're trying to build your rental property portfolio, which is super important. That's the only way you're going to do it. And so many amateur investors don't think about active income streams because we're just sold passive income. It's all about passive income. Well, passive income means slow, which is great. But if you want to quit your shitty job in the next 3 years, 5 years, you got to do something quicker and more active. Instead of waiting 10 to 15 years, where then you can quit by selling all your rental properties off, buying a couple more here. It'll work, but it'll just take so much time. And last but not least, also focus on the long-term rentals and hold them with a 5-year plan. So of course, while we're flipping, while we're being a realtor, whatever you choose to get your full-time active income from the real estate industry, you're still buying with the heavy intent of buying long-term rental properties and holding them for 5-year minimums. I'm telling you, that wealth game is a game changer. When you own 5 properties, 10 properties, 50 properties, like in my case, of single family long-term rental properties, and you sell them after 5 years, man, there's a lot of money coming your way. And now you can do amazing things. You can private lend, you can double down into more Airbnbs, into more flipping, you can pay for more marketing to find these motivated sellers to make even more money on these deals. Like, that's how you do it. And again, just repeat that cycle over and over. Focus on marketing, bring in the partners to buy the properties, hold them for 5 years, flip some properties at the same time, active and passive at the same time, and just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. This is called leverage, with time leverage, with money leverage, because you're using other people's money. This is how you become a multimillionaire in real estate pretty damn quickly. Now, if you learned anything, if you liked this video, please smash the like button. It's the best thing you can do. The biggest thank you can give me is hitting that like button. I will see you in the next video.